This is Mantas from Venom Inc.
And this is the Demolition Man.
And I'm blowing it up on Capital Chaos TV.
And for you guys, I mean, you guys have been playing together in PIRE of EVIL, but this is actually a reformation of, I guess, not completely, right? I guess you had maybe a second guitarist back in the 88 to 92 where you three were involved, and then I think maybe you had another guitarist as well. Is that something like, but you guys played together as Venom, correct? Back in the Primeval era, right?
Yeah, the Primeval era. But really, to be honest about it, he was there, Al was there for the live thing, really. Jeff committed the guitars predominantly for the studio stuff, and it was kind of still that core three people, really. But live, it just meant that because Jeff was writing more harmony stuff, he had more freedom live to be able to create a wider sound for the guitar, because we were more developing as musicians then, so I guess we were pushing boundaries even for Venom, you know, and the sound was expanding itself, so we thought by that addition to live it gave him us more freedom.
I think that's almost the thing about Venom right back from the beginning. Was it's always been a kind of a happenstance, you know. We get together in a room, what comes out is what it is. You know, it could be a drum-based thing which turns into a single. It could be something which is multi-layered guitars, and you have to think about how the hell can we do that live. We don't really go into it, we never did, with that kind of perspective of thinking how can we reproduce this. It was just, that sounds great, now let's go and play it live. Oh god, how do we do that? I've got 6 guitars on there. And it's you know, when we did Primeval, maybe we thought a little bit more about it, and the second guitarist was a good addition. Since then it's really it's been about playing older songs. We sat down with a massive amount of songs to choose from, and it was, well, what the hell do we leave out, you know? People keep asking.
That was my next question about set list.
I guess you know, the question everybody says, and the question after that's going to be when you're going to record a new album, and it's like that would be another 10 songs, 15 songs that we'd all want to play live. Yeah. So again, what do we leave out? You know, it's a difficult thing. We don't play for 4 hours on stage. You know, we're not rushed. We don't do 2 sets. So what do you leave out and what do you put in? It's hard.
And I've seen some, I don't know if you're changing the setup too much, but I've seen some prior set lists from this, and it seems like, I think you're playing Primeval, and then primarily a lot of stuff from the first 2 albums. Is that correct?
It's all it's basically all the classics. It's you know, it's what a lot of people want to hear, you know. If I go and say Judas Priest, I mean, I love Judas Priest, but I want to hear the old stuff. It's the same.
Looking for Ram It Down?
Not really.
Turbo Lover?
Yeah, I quite like that song, actually. I quite like it. As long as they don't play Hot Rock, and that's all right by me. But no, I mean, it's the same with any band which has got that sort of classic or iconic tag, you know. The fans want to hear that, the material that they grew up with. And I mean, Welcome to Hell and Black Metal, they were moments captured in time. And the same with all the singles, you know. It was just 3 angry young guys in a studio that didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and just wrote some tunes, and that was it. But there's a lot of songs that we do want to put in. I mean, you know, To Hell and Back, Cry Wolf, you know, there's Blackened Other Priests, Carnivorous, Hardened. There's all kinds of stuff. But it's going to be, I mean, this band has never been in the same room to rehearse since its inception. So that's going to be the difficult point. But, you know, every night I can hear the fans shouting for songs which aren't in the set list. You know, it's get around, living fast, I'm on the run.
It takes a chance.
You know, I'll only die young, you know. But no, there will be other stuff. I mean, personally, from my personal point of view, I would love to do a big festival where we could go on stage and maybe play for 2.5, 3 hours and put a lot of that stuff in. You know, whether or not that'll happen.
Get all the other drummers that have played in Empire of Evil, and I can have a big rest. Big lie down. 2.5 hours, something.
And so where you guys living? Oh, you're originally from Newcastle, right? So
I'm originally from Newcastle, but I'm living in a very small village in the centre of Portugal now.
Been down there for a while?
About 18 months, yeah. No, it's great. It's really nice.
From Newcastle, he's in a little
tiny
town,
just a shell more.
A little tiny little village called London. London in England, which is where he lives, and I still live in Newcastle because I can't afford the bus fare to get out.
I guess for you, Anthony, how was it? I mean, you had been that one riding constant force in Venom, I guess, through almost like '99, or right? You were the one guy that was always there, and then you left. and then now you're back. So I mean, is it just easy to back in that saddle and start playing old Venom songs, or?
Yeah, it was very easy, and that's the one thing that we've sat around since we first got this back together again. We sat around and said, you know, this sounds like rehearsals, it sounds like the way we did it originally, it sounds like when we get in a room and just start playing without anybody in there, without any pressure. That's how the band sounds. So yeah, getting to get up and play drums in that environment and with that kind of thought in mind, it's very easy, yeah, it's very straightforward. And the fact that people turn up every night and appreciate it, it's like playing to a bunch of friends again. We used to rehearse in a church many years ago, and people used to come up and just kind of sit around and listen on a Saturday afternoon when we rehearsed, and it was like playing, well, it was playing to friends, and that's what it's like now. People appreciate it, people are very, you know, heavy metal people are, they're very well versed in a band's history. You know, they're into it, they get it, you know, they spend money on it, they invest in it, they invest their life in it, and they get me better than I get me sometimes, so it's very easy to do that, yeah.